care about what works. I care about what's funny.
This takes place during 1 week, one production week of I Love Lucy, Monday table read to Friday audience taping. So this isn't a cradle to grave biopic, just trying to get as much of these characters as we can from the enormous pressure I've put on them.
She's, you know, iconic, and so the idea of playing her was exhilarating and exciting and then terrifying.
We've been through worse than this.
We have.
No.
It was daunting, and Aaron Sorkin took most of that weight off of our shoulders, assuring us that he wanted us to embody the characters, not to do an impression.
I have no problem with that.
No matter how many times I would come at him going, well, we gotta try, I mean, I need to put on a chin, or I need to change here, or we've gotta, you know, have prosthetic, we've gotta do the makeup, please, please, please. He'd be like, no, I'm not interested in that. He would repeatedly say it to me, and I can be persistent, but he knew exactly what he wanted.
Of course, when we were recreating specific moments from the show, you know, we were interested in mimicking exactly the way 1 billion people have seen it done. But more importantly, for 95% of the film where the characters are off camera, we were just trying to understand who they were.
Thank God, because there's so much to look at. Like, there are so many shows, and the audios their daughter shared with us, where you could hear, in my case, DESI speaking privately to some colleagues of his, and you can tell that there is a producer speaking, and then he will make some jokes, and he will be the comedian.
Lucy, I'm home.
The energy was pretty much the same, though. He was a force of nature, always with a smile, but tough.
Lucille Ball had a much deeper voice, and as she says, she wasn't funny, but she could be funny when she worked at it. And there's a fantastic line in it that says, I'll be funny by Friday, which is very much, she was methodical and a perfectionist, and she could be funny by Friday.
I am the biggest asset in the portfolio of the Columbia Broadcasting System.
The thing that I took away from this the most is that the one thing Vivian is not is Ethel. It could not have been more different. I mean, she was a dancer, she was a leading lady. So it was really fun and interesting to go from that body to this slightly kind of weighed down quality that Ethel had.
I can't remember the first time I watched the show, but she's always been around, which I think a lot of people feel.
My earliest I Love Lucy memory was, of course, about Fred MERTZ, who I oddly identified with as a young boy, almost like I was a bald character actor waiting to happen.
Don't tell me comedy.
And honestly, the episode of most of the action of this film, Fred and Ethel fight, was a big favorite of mine, along with some of the classics like Vitamita Vegemin and The Chocolate Factory and The Grape Stomping and all of those.
I didn't see the show when I was in Spain, so I really started 3 or 4 years ago to start watching the episodes once I knew about this project, and I immediately fell in love with these two people.
My family, when they came to the United States, once a week, the entire family would go to my uncle's house, and they would all watch I Love Lucy. And nobody spoke English at that point, so it just goes to show how powerful the series is.
Enjoy the show.